Emma, where have you been?
Where have you been, Guru?
There's so much to talk.
I know. Let's do this.
Let's talk.
छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन ज़मीं आसमां ऊंची छू गया झूमता गगन मेरे झूम ले जहां ये कैसा नशा प्यार का समा रही समझ में आसमां होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा कैसा नशा होश है कहाँ होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा
Hey, everybody, welcome back to our channel. We are the Pageant Gurus, and I know we've been away for a really long time, but we were taking our spring vacation. But a lot has been going on in the background. Guru, how has this pageant world been while we've been busy with our vacations?
Well, I don't think the pageant world has been too busy. After the whole Miss World high, I think the last 40 days have been quite a lull brewing storm, but slowly but surely, we're going to have a lot of pageant news coming up. But we thought that we will take a quick look at the top 20 headlines that are actually storming the pageant world as we speak. So, Emma, are you ready for the news bulletin?
Absolutely, guys. You don't want to miss this because we're going to be on a rapid fire of all the 20 top pageant news that has been going on and is buzzing around. Everyone's talking about it, but this is what we have to say about it. All right. So we're going to get started with the, of course, post Miss World analysis. It's going to be very brief. So, Guru, tell me, what did you think about the entire pageant?
I think if I had to quickly run down through the pageant, I think India did an excellent job in hosting the pageant. From the very beginning till the very end, it was a proper Miss World festival. I think Miss World is definitely back in the news. People are talking about it. It has made headlines. Be it, the stage, the grand stage. We've always cared whether the stage will be good or not, but I think India really outed itself. The introduction of delegates with the various Indian costumes, again, amazing. Overall production value, top notch. Megan Young and Karan Johar made excellent hosts. The whole Hira Mandi vibe, when the top 12 fast track winners came, I think that was a spectacle that the entire world really saw. I was not too happy with the kind of, the judges lineup that we had. Many of them purely Indians. It just lacked a whole global flavor for me. I think the top 12 was great. I think just after the top 12 to top 8, I think that's where we thought things were starting to brew in the way that the organization wanted. Not happy with the fact that Botswana did not even win the first runner-up as well. And though very happy for the Queen, I think overall, I do believe that the Indian judges were looking for a typical standard of beauty, which probably Miss Czech Republic, represented. I also liked the whole Neeta Ambani and the whole Priyanka Chopra coming in and talking about the charities that they do. But I just felt it went on and on a bit too long, especially after the wedding. I think they just wanted to showcase that, okay, the Ambanis also do a lot of charity work. So it felt a bit forced fitted, especially since it was in the Geo-Conventional Center. The final walk of the outgoing Queen, I do believe that green is not her color, though she looked amazing and ethereal. But I believe that blue is something that the Frozen Queen is something that she truly represented. And green was different, but not ideal, I would say. Miss Lebanon did extremely well for her country. She was part of the Miss Universe 2022, I believe, yes, when Arbini won. And I do believe that the whole country is extremely joyous and proud of her. And yes, I just do believe that it was overall a very good show. And But we don't know when is the next Miss World. I think after such a heavy festival, I think they'll take a break of 2 years more. We don't know.
It was definitely, I think India brought it on and it revived the Miss World pageant. It was everything that we wanted to see, but then it got a little too much towards the end. I think people are going to be, having an OD about the Indian, Bollywood culture, the music, and I
Too
think
much.
I think the music, yeah, it just got too
Enough of
much
India.
after some time. And like you said, the judging was ridiculous. I don't even know why those guys were there. They're literally average people, and we really don't
Yeah,
think
true.
that great about
Because
them
yeah,
to be on a
I,
judging panel. They're quite average people in India. So I was like, I think they was just put there for the sake of it. They were already pre-decided on who the winner is. So yes, after top eight, it just went downhill. And if you saw our live reaction, you would know exactly how Guru and I felt about that. And stand by it. It was rigged. It was a disaster. I'm not happy with the winner. I'm not happy with how it happened. I definitely feel they were much better girls. So I am
and even the
definitely.
Shark Tank. I think the Shark Tank bid was completely, irrelevant.
It was.
Because
I think. It was, I think, a hint that it was rigged. It was a hint that, okay, there's money coming in from somewhere, so we're going to crown somebody we love. And it just proved that all the doubts that we had. Why were the Shark Tank there? Why were they like, okay, can we ask a question? It's like, okay, we're going to support the cause. I mean, that was total nonsense. And you know very well
what
that
mistake.
it just stopped being a pageant after top eight. I did
It
not know what
became,
that
yeah,
was.
it became like a Bollywood award
It was
show.
like a reality show. It was
Yeah.
like who we love, and that's it. So that's what happened. So I was kind of extremely disappointed with Miss World. I really thought that they maintain that, decorum of being fair judges and everything. It just went all downhill from there. But it was fun. It was
It was
absolutely
good. It was fun.
entertaining.
I think it was still entertaining.
It was
Normally we
very
have the pet
entertaining, and
peeve
that's
that
pretty much
Miss
all
World
it
is.
was. Yeah, it was. That's all it
I
was.
think
And
Miss India did well to be part of the top eight,
hmm,
but I do feel that her answer was a bit mugged up. She felt that she was speaking confidently, but those words were not from the heart. I did like her gown, but I didn't like the necklace. That was a bit distracting to me compared to the overall silhouette. But otherwise, she looked extremely powerful, extremely confident, and she did well for India to reach the top eight. So well done, Sunny. You did us proud.
absolutely. I think, we have a lot of yeah, I feel she could have done better, but she did bomb a bit in the way she looked very rehearsed. It didn't come natural, but and there were a lot of other girls who were fantastic. So that's why I think, and after UK did not make it in Czech Republic, and I was like, okay, that was it. That was the moment that it showed. So it's gone. So a lot of fans were disappointed, and the Czech fans obviously were happy. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same. It's the theme going on with all pageants, Guru. No point predicting. No point, having favorites. Just go with the flow, see what happens, and be surprised at the end because that's what's happening in pageants now. So I am like getting like I don't care who my top 20 is anymore. I mean, why am I even making a list anymore? Do we need to make a list? So it's come to that. At least we're feeling that now, and that's kind of sad. But now, all right, so we got lots more to cover. So why don't we get to the next one? Because I think we're all done with Miss World, and let's see what comes up next.
Well, I think
Um,
we are still not done with Miss World because the next headline was the whole controversy around Megan Young touching up Miss
oh,
Botswana
yeah,
hair. And because of that, it brought
that
in
was
evil eye or evil luck. And because of that, she could not win. And Megan Young was gracious enough to post and apologize, though I do feel this was taking a bit too much ahead. Queens support queens. And I do believe that if you look at the photograph of Miss Botswana, while she was coming to the stage for a final
mm,
question, her hair was actually messed up. So,
mm.
as a good, courteous gesture, but probably she was not aware that it could lead to her feeling a little flustered, a bit uneasy, and that could have impacted her answer. But I don't think it impacted her answer. Her answer was spot on. I do believe that she
Oh,
spoke from the heart,
yeah,
though
yeah.
the tone or the squeakiness of her voice became a bit too what do you say,
Sensual.
sensual,
I mean,
if
she
I may
goes,
say.
yeah, yeah. I mean, she goes too seductive and too raunchy. It came off raunchy at the end. Like, I mean, you don't want to sound orgasmic when you're talking about something very important to humanity. I mean, you don't want to be sounding like that, if you're selling a product, endorsing a perfume or something, then probably yes. It just was a little too much as well. And I think we should not give too much focus on the whole hair thing, because fans will say anything. Toxic fans can create issues. They were saying gluten was, her Naz gained weight because of gluten and some nonsense. Or she had butter chicken. I mean, come on, fans are idiots. Most of the fans are idiots. Let's face facts here. So, you know what? Let's just ignore that. And, she did a fantastic job. She was amazing. She was a bit too sensual, but she was an amazing girl.
But
And
she talked about the whole torch and the burning candle, which reminded me of Catriona Gray as well when she participated in Miss World. So guys, do have a look at one of the shots that we created where we have, side by side, Catriona Gray as well as Miss Botswana talking about the light and the beacon of hope that
Yeah.
the Miss World torch carries. So who knows, we might see Botswana in Miss Universe. You never know.
never know. I think she'll be fantastic. Oh, and
Okay.
what else
So
is from
let's
Miss
continue
World?
with Miss World is currently in the US shooting for a Netflix series, which is under the wraps, and we'll get to know more details soon. But that comes as a prize package as the winner of Miss World. So that's very, very promising. It really gives and skyrockets her to, you know,
Was
what do you
that
say?
the reason why she was chosen? Because she was the kind of face who would suit the series and not
You never know, but I
Botswana?
don't think that was the main. That was the main prize. The main prize is definitely the whole
She would be
legacy.
more marketable. She would have been more marketable than Botswana. So I think because she's got that face, right? So she's
So
more marketable. So they would obviously want something like that. Having someone like Botswana would be very restrictive. So yeah, you never know. I mean, everything has an ulterior motive. So I really wouldn't doubt that this had one as well. So
So with Miss World out, let's move to the next major pageant that's happening in, again, Poland in the month of July. So we still have a couple of months here, but we are talking about Miss Supranational. And here
yeah.
again, we have a very strong delegate from India, Sonal Kukureja, the same batch that actually got us Harnaz and Ritika Khadnani. So we definitely feel that India is the one to beat. What do you think about Sonal Kukureja and her chances
You
at
know what? I've been thinking about this since I heard this news. She's got to win. And you know why? I have a very, very sinister reason why I wanted to win.
Okay.
But she
What is
can
that?
give it back to Shweta Sharda.
Sharda.
Because I mean, the second time around, it was really sad. I mean, Sonal was definitely stronger. And Shweta bombed, but I want Sonal to win this. I want Sonal to reach somewhere like top 2 or something. Like, I want it to
Definitely,
be
she has to move across the top 12 because the last two times India has got stuck at the top 12 because of the gowns. And I hope this time, I really hope
I
and
hope
pray
the styling
that
is
the
better.
Miss Diva organization
Yeah.
really does well to give her a good gown that actually propels her into the top 6. But then another news from South Africa is that Bryony Govinder, who represented South Africa at Miss Universe and was part of the top 20, is also going to represent South Africa at Miss Supranational. So 2 Indian queens are going to go there, and I do believe that really heats up the competition. What do you think about Bryony's chances, considering that Lalela
Brioni's national costume, that green was fabulous. Okay, well, I do think Brioni is gonna rock it if she wears colors like what she wore in the national costume. I mean, she looks beautiful in that green. I think that green is gonna work. She is pretty. She's probably not what supranational wants. I don't know. I'm doubtful that she'll make it. She might make it top 10, like what happened last time. There was Madagascar who was fantastic, and she made it, but didn't make it all the way. So it's like a mix. Like I don't know what goes on with
hit and
supranational.
miss. You never know.
When
Because I do feel like Lalela Maswane, she was also in Universe. She was in top 3 when Harnaz won, and she eventually became the winner of Miss Supranational. So I don't think we're going to crown a South African so soon.
probably top 10.
But I really hope that India grabs and grabs this one out. It will be a befitting end to the Miss Diva organization that is almost gone with the Universe franchise out. So I think that will be a good befitting end that they were able to gather 3 or rather 4 Miss Supranationals.
I do believe that she is going to prepare herself a lot. She's not going to give up this chance because this is the last one for her. I don't think what's going to happen after this. And she's got a lot to prove and she wants to prove it. So I do believe a lot in Sonal. This is her final opportunity to do something. And I think she's going to definitely put her 100% into it. I hope the organization sees it and not just give some random place like they did to Vietnam last time, who was this
Oh Lord.
oh my God, remember, I don't even know what she was saying, like, oh my God, ugh, there was just no reason for her to be there. So I just hope things like that don't happen. And hopefully in Mapaloska, we get to see something great this time. So, well,
True.
fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. What's next,
Okay,
Guru?
let's move on to Miss Universe now. And we do believe that Anne has been keeping a bit quiet all this while. Yes, after all the allegations and all the videos and all the scandals, I do believe she's taken a back seat. She's calm and quiet. She's again talking of lawsuits and the different allegations and how she's going to get back. But I do feel it's a difficult time for Miss Universe, and you do feel sad for Shanice Palacio. Though I do feel that, with the entire Asia tour of Shanice and now the Europe tour, I think she's traveling much more. So quite happy with that. There were even allegations or comments that she's put on weight, and I was like, enough, stop it.
Where has she put
One
on
wrong photograph and people start bashing. And I do feel people need to go beyond their basic level of humanity and expectations of us as human beings. We all have weird days, and there could be a bad angle in which one could have taken that photograph, and just let that person be.
It's ridiculous. Exactly. Put on weight. In fact, if anything you can notice about that girl is that she's looking sad. She's looking drained out. She's looking like she's lacking energy. She's not vibrant and radiant like we know her and remember her from the final. She seems to have become dull, and there's something maybe bothering her, and definitely that environment is very toxic and it's getting to her. Um, I think she's more skinny than she was. I hardly think she's putting on weight. I mean, it's ridiculous how these fans are. So, like I said, most of the fans are idiots. Ugh. And we're not gonna take that nonsense. We're not gonna, there are a lot of actually the way more true pageant fans who understand people in general, understand themselves, and look at themselves in the mirror and realize, you know what, we're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. So, if anyone is saying that, oh my God, I mean, that whole nonsense again, no, not gonna work, not gonna happen. We're not gonna accept it, and we shouldn't. So if you guys are seeing anyone trolling anybody, guys, take a stand and put a stop to it, right? Whether it's a queen we love or with somebody we know, I think it's enough. I think this whole bullying nonsense has gone way too far now. And about Anne, you're right, she's been quiet, or maybe she's just trying to act like nothing's happened, and she's quite arrogant. So you never know. I don't think she's trying to lay low. That it's beyond her capacity to do. She might suddenly jump up with something and surprise all of us. Wait and watch for that. I know
You
what I
never
feel
know.
like. Yeah.
Silent tigress.
She is. She'll suddenly start some gimmick, and then yeah, because once the season starts and she's gonna do it. So yeah, that's her.
But talking of real time or real queens, there was a post by Natasha Jobo a week back or so where she opened her heart and her mind out as to how she has bad days, and even though she's a queen and she should be perfect, there are times where she just can't stop crying, and that's so natural, and it just gives so much of hope for people to realize that we are in times where it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have bad days. We don't have it all sorted at any point in time, and we are all trying to traverse life one step at a time. The life that we live is so unpredictable. For example, I am based out of the UAE, and we were hit by rains which were unprecedented, and one would never know what comes in future. So it's important to just let go, let be, and just be honest about what we feel. So I do salute to her in putting up that post, and hats off to you, Queen Natasha. We love you. Another queen, Shweta Sharda, special one mention here. She again talked about her Instagram being hacked, and the person who hacked it being so cruel, not just hacked it, but actually removed and deleted all the important Miss Universe posts that she had curated. And that really tore her heart. And thanks to the Miss Diva and Miss India organization, they since then have been posting and talking a lot about her, reposting all her videos. So I think that's a really sweet gesture from the organization. But it just goes to show that people have become so toxic that they will ruin people's life memories, and that's extremely unacceptable, guys. I don't like this. And it really questions for me and Emma the relevance of beauty pageants today. Are we uplifting women or are we pulling them down?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like we're easy targets. These women are easy targets to reflect your own insecurities and your own issues that you have. And then you just want to, you know, it's an easy target. You're sitting behind your laptop or your phone and you can say whatever and it's not going to affect you. That's not how it works. It comes back to you someday. It will come back to you in a different form, and that's called karma. So, guys, I think it's enough. I mean, like I said again, if you're watching anybody being trolled, anyone being bullied, intervene and put a stop to it. I think we all in our ways want to say something to people, even if they irritate us, they annoy us, there's something they do that aggravates us, and we want to get it out there. But you know what, learn to be sensible, learn to be wise, and be very, very careful with your choice of words. You don't know how it affects the other person. So yeah, and I'm wondering, Guru, if pageants are relevant now in the world today. Is it really relevant the way the world is going, the conflicts we're seeing, the way people are, the mentality of people, the tolerance of people? I'm just wondering, has the organizations themselves have lost the whole, you know,
Of why pageants should be, right?
yeah, why pageants used to be there? What was the purpose of a pageant? And it's all lost.
True. Because
All that is gone.
we
So I'm like,
see
why are we
we
having
see
this? It's
Grant
just like a
talking
reality
very
show.
clearly. Yeah, we see Grant easily talking about B for business. We've seen, even though Miss Universe don't talk about it, but we've seen the backdoor conversations of how everything is a business now,
Yeah.
and products and platforms. So when we get to see this, it's quite disheartening, and that's why sometimes we feel that, oh, do we need to do this? It's not something that gives us pleasure. It's not something that is our profession. Is it something that we really want to pursue? And so, guys, do you think we should continue doing what we do, or should we just branch out into something else? What do you think with pageant gurus should do other than pageantry?
Yeah, it's the pageant gurus keep reporting. We'll keep reporting pageants, but however, I feel that I'm losing my patience and I'm losing my passion a little bit, because when I see how pageants are behaving, I'm like, no, this is not what I grew up watching. This is not what I grew up loving. What's happened, or Guru and I can start our pageant, a new pageant, something we can do ourselves, because and revive what a pageant really means. um it's become a gimmick. It's become like I said, an entertainment show, a reality show. That's what it's become, and I'm sorry, but if that's how people want to operate, do you guys think you're losing interest as well? Do you guys think you're losing that passion and that love for pageants? And because we have been disappointed. I think a lot of fans have been disappointed with all the pageants that happened last year and this year. I think we all have been disappointed with the way things have happened. I mean, there's just way too much shockers and shockers and shockers after this other Guru being never being he's never been wrong in a prediction, um, and he was proved wrong in a prediction, for all the wrong reasons, and I was proved right on a prediction which I said was going to be a blunder. And I keep saying there's going to be a blunder, and Guru ended up being right on that. I mean, what the hell's going on? I mean, after Miss World, I think we rightfully took a spring break because we're like, okay, I'm done with this. I need a break. We can't do this anymore.
Seriously, I think a lot of us really said that enough. Bas, we can't do this anymore.
Like,
We
yeah,
just need to get our sanity back and see really what happened. But moving
Guys,
on, as part of the Miss Universe Asia tour, it also has India in it as well. So we will see Shanice come to India, and warm welcome to her. She comes in May. And the Miss Universe India organization is all fired up. Foreign UAE national NRIs are allowed. There is no age limits. We are seeing the national directors here. Daisy Count, a very, very strong favorite of last year, she is coming back. A lot of people want Veena from Thailand as well as Chavi Varg from the US to again participate and bag the Miss Universe India crown. So I do believe that the space is getting, very, very hotly contested. And I'm keen to see how the whole pageant is going to be.
I'm super excited about Daisy Kuhn coming back. I do feel, I hope they get it right this time. I hope she gets her what's that called? 1 second, break.
Advocacy.
I hope she gets her advocacy right this time. And I loved Daisy. I do feel that she can really make it. But then again, under the glam Anand, what's his name guy? Again, I don't know what's gonna
Nikhil.
happen. Nikhil Anand. I don't know what's gonna happen for Miss Universe. So
Ah, God knows, but we will
I'm
definitely
scared.
get
I
to
don't know
know.
what he's gonna pick. I feel he's gonna pick a fashion model, and it's not gonna be about brains or advocacies or anything. I think he's gonna pick up somebody very, model-esque and superficial, and that's it.
It all
And I
depends
think
on
that's what Anne's
judges.
looking
It
for as
all
well.
depends on whether, because the fact is that he has a different contest for Grand and a different contest for Universe. I
Yeah,
hope
but Dhruv,
since they're
that's
having
him.
these two separately.
But that's
Otherwise,
again, like
why
we
would
said
they?
in the even previous show, that really understand the difference between a pageant and a model, talent, whatever. And then again, Miss Universe itself was not doing anything. What has Shayna's done? Again, her reign has been nothing but photographs and events.
So
I'm
maybe
wondering
then
if
it would be a good. Then maybe Nikhil Anand's strategy would actually pay off
it would
because
work, because there is no advocacy. There's nothing for empowering women. There's nothing to do for humanity or charity or children or anything or the environment. It's all about looking pretty and taking pictures. I'm sure he'll pick someone perfect for that. And I don't think Daisy Kunt will be the one then. Do you know what I'm saying here?
yeah,
She
I get
she's
your point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get your
So
point.
that's where I'm concerned. So
Okay, so from Miss Universe India to Femina Miss India, which celebrates 60th
hmm,
anniversary, and this one is going to be a special one, and we see all the past Miss Indias come and talk about applying and how it has changed their lives. It's a very, very special year for the Femina Miss India contest, and we do encourage all contestants who want to make a difference to definitely apply. Another competition, Emma, that's really taking the world and universe by storm is Miss Universe Philippines. And we're going to have the finals next month. And a lot of favorites here, but I do believe it requires an episode of its own. So, guys, do tell us if you want us to, tell us who are our top favorites when it comes to Miss Philippines.
we're gonna absolutely cover Miss Philippines because I love the Miss Philippines pageant. It's always wonderful to watch. All the girls are so fantastic. All are dressed remarkably well, and I love the evening gown round. So I'm
It'll be
not sure.
interesting to know. It'll be interesting to know who is the successor of MMD.
Oh my God.
Well,
I would cry so much when she gives
I
up the
don't.
crown. I
I
don't know
think
about you Filipinos.
I.
I'll be crying.
I
Oh,
hope she wears her final evening gown as her farewell gown as well. It was iconic, so I do feel if she wears that, it'll be really nice.
I
Uh,
would I would be very sad to see her go because I had so many dreams for her, and you guys have seen her episode. I even dreamt that she was gonna win. So it's gonna be an emotional one. Guru, it's gonna be very emotional, but it's gonna be an amazing one. So watch out for our Miss Philippines coverage, which will be coming soon. And yeah, till then, let us know, guys, who are your favorites
so
and
from
what's
Philippines to Thailand, we had MGI crowning their Thailand queen, and we finally had Miss Phuket, third time lucky to have won. I do believe that the stage and the whole performance really is top notch. We'd like to see what they do finally in Myanmar. Talking of MGI Thailand, let's move to Miss Universe Thailand. In fact, they've just rolled out their teaser calling themselves Beyond the Universe Into the Dark. It looks very cryptic, and I'm quite intrigued to know what this is going to be all about.
It's all about dark black holes and I don't know, event horizons. God knows. Is it a space theme? Is it a I don't know what it is. It could be anything, but it should be very, very interesting because the
As
teaser, yeah, I saw the teaser and I was like, oh my God, what dark? What dark? So this should be fun. Yeah, wait and see. And this would be interesting because I want to see what Antonia wears as well, crowning the successor.
true.
Um,
And even
poor
the
thing.
new Moat crown, what's the crown this year going to be like?
Hmm.
Talking of crowns, we also have Josh Hugan, who actually gave crowns to Miss Bahrain,
Evelyn,
Khalifa,
Evelyn,
Khalifa,
Khalifa,
and even
and
Miss
Erica
Pakistan,
Robin.
Erica
Yes.
Robin.
So it was a beautiful gesture, Josh. We love you. And it was really amazing that you gave these girls their own crowns to take home. And you could see how beautiful it was in a little heart box, and they were surprised at the end. And oh my God, Josh, we can't wait to see you give the crown to Mohira and Lou Jane. These two girls must be so eager as well. And you know what? We love to see who the Miss New Bahrain is, because we'll be covering the Miss Bahrain pageant as well, which is coming up. And short listings are going on. The girls are fantastic again, so you know it. And another thing, Josh Yukin has also got Miss New Zealand under his wing.
Yes.
So we're gonna have another contestant, a fantastic one. No doubt Josh is gonna pick the right girl. So well, he's got four now. He's got like
Four
four
franchises.
amazing
Yes. So while we see Josh's
girls, four amazing girls,
power
amazing
going
zones.
up and up, we also see Miss USA is Noelia, Miss USA's reign being very, very tumultuous. There was a recent post which stated that she doesn't have anymore the handle of the Miss USA Instagram handles, and it just seems that the whole organization is going through a bit of reorganization, and because of that, they're not giving the queens their due worth. So we do see some national directors really take care of their queens and some don't, and that's something that's not really too good to see. So I would hope that Miss USA's reign and the future Miss USA contestants are given their due. On the last bit, there was another video that came out, an interview by Katrina Gray, where she candidly spoke about her back problem, where she has issues with her vertebra, and she talked about the Miss Universe organization, where she felt that she won with the hope of being a leader, but then she just became an employee just as a follower, in fact, of what the organization wanted her to do. So that was a bit honest and a bit sad, but I hope the organization really propels the winners to do what they want to really do and really push their advocacies, because that is the root and the essence and ethos of pageantry in today's times.
Exactly.
So, that's what really felt very sad, that a queen had to open up saying that her reign was not ideal as to what really she felt. And we know how much of effort and grit she put into being Miss Universe and all her preparations.
Katerina saying it at that time, you could just imagine what the girls are having to go through. And, from Harnaz, she started up and it just went down. You just knew that that was a warning sign what was going to happen. Same thing happened with Arbany. See it on her face at the crowning when she crowned the winner. It was just like, it's just, what's going on. Like I said, it's just been a downfall. And Katrina felt it at that time. I'm surprised she had to say something like that. So I guess, you know what, guys, you want to run a pageant, don't have advocacies. Don't give false hopes to these women. Don't ask them for these detailed in-depth questions and an analysis of how they think about life and the future and people and everything. They want to make a change in the world. You're not going to help them make a change in the world, so why are you pretending to do all that? Just keep it as a fashion show. Pick the prettiest girl you want, and that's it. Give her the crown. Just
for example, what is Miss Peru doing right now about stop the war and stop the violence?
I want to slap Nawat. If I ever met Nawat, I would slap him on his face and say, "You want to stop the war? How?" That was the biggest mockery he did to the people suffering in war zones right now, with the nonsense and the photographs and the videos he was showing, and having these fake contestants crying, so gimmicky. All of them crying they don't give a damn how many kids died. They don't give a damn how many people are dying every day. They just want the crown. They just want to be into the business, the BBB, and it's like, he's like a Hugh Hefner. He is like the Hugh Hefner of pageants. I don't think anything wonderful about Nawat. Nawat is a Hugh Hefner. So guys, put two and two together, you'll know what I'm saying. So that is my point here. Stop having advocacy. Stop having all this great question and answer rounds. Just show us a dance, pretty girls, evening gowns, crown. That's it. You know what? Then I'll be like, okay, we'll cover that. We'll talk about that. Let's just make it just what it is, So yeah, that is how I'm honestly feeling about pageants. I hope it changes, but I don't think it's going to in the near future. We're going to see with Supranational what happens, what another fiasco they're going to do. The endorsements after endorsements of endorsements by the time you watch the pageant.
Guys, that is what we have for you today. Hope you enjoyed us after a long hiatus. Do tell us what you liked, what you didn't, what you want us to do more, what we should talk less. And we look forward to our predictions for the Miss Universe Philippines very soon. So, till such time, it is the Pageant Gurus signing off. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit that
Hit
bell
the bell button.
notification to get our latest in pageants. So, till then,
Stay
it
tuned
is
for upcoming episodes because we're going to have a lot more coming up with some news. And of course, we're going to have some special coverages from the Miss Philippines, Miss Bahrain, and of course, the National. So the pageant season is back on, guys. Lots to cover, lots to talk about, lots to share. So do let us know what you think. Have a wonderful and beautiful Sunday ahead and a blessed week. And we'll see you soon. That's it, Guru. All right. So take care. Mwah. Shukriya.
Shukriya.